Just a quick note to those of you who've been following this crazy adventure that I've been sharing on TikTok. We've reached a tipping point, and the enemy, which is quite extensive, has effectively been defeated. The wheels of justice are turning, everybody's scattering. There's still some shenanigans going on. There's people trying to do black magic to make the courts move in their favor like they did in the past, but it's not working. Some are doing magic on me. They want me to shut up. They're trying to undermine my solar plexus so that I don't have the will to keep working. But at the end of the day, what's happening now is that justice has declared me the rightful inheritor of that which is mine. So I'll be getting what was left to me. And people are hiding out. Some are running. The hitman who pretended to be my girlfriend for a while has apparently had some sort of awakening from the spells and lies that were placed on her by the karmic partner she secretly chose while we were together. I guess wants to come my way for some help now after all she did. That's funny. So, still love spells going on there and all that, but I'm immune to all that now. My part in this that I needed to participate in was just to be present enough to the spell work and what people were sending with the parts of me that were still unhealed, so that they could be brought to my awareness and I could surrender them. And that's been done, so I don't feel anything. Media seems to be waking up to this. There's some trickling out early reports related to it. It's such a big story. I think it was my last two big messages, especially the one where I exposed the celebrity involvement. I believe it was Jay-Z and Drake who were involved in some of the Freemason sacrifice rituals on me. That really silenced them. I think when you start bringing the celebrities in, these people freak out because they take that whole celebrity culture very seriously. And I'm sure, even though Jay-Z's a douchebag, he probably still carries a good weight with these people, and he's got a lot of money, so I don't know. But what's wonderful is that this crazy season is, for me, about over, and now what we have to look forward to is more and more solid 3D evidence of all that's been going on. I've only shared a portion of what I know. Some of it's very shocking and hard to believe, even for me. It happened to me. But there's way more. This is going to be a huge story involving celebrities, sex cults, child sacrifice, human trafficking, sacral harvesting, secret societies, shadow government interference, dark covens, cartels for human trafficking and drugs, lots of witchery and just crazy darkness is going to come to light of this. All of it wrapped for me around deep, dark family secrets. And I hesitate to use the word family, but there was some people I thought were my family. I guess we'll call them my karmic family. And they, I believe, are the ones who initiated this, or at least partnered with the main coven. But there were many covens brought in. They threw everything at me. I was divinely protected. Because understand, as crazy tinfoil hat as this stuff sounds, this stuff really has been going on in our world for a long time. And I believe the divine chose me to be the one who they would protect, allow me through this. They only let me in on it this year. It's been going on for a while. And that was partially, I think, so that I could help expose it and help liberate us from it. Because again, we have been oppressed for a long time by this stuff, but it's never been exposed like this before. And when people would speak out about it, sometimes by the time people listen to them, they actually were crazy, because it can be crazy making to have stuff like this happen to you and share it. And other times they were just called crazy and not believed, like my Aunt Laura, who was one of the other, what you might call earth angel victims in that karmic family. But the bottom line is that there's been a dark consortium of players, including secret governmental workers and secret societies and celebrities and covens, who have long been locating, traumatizing, and stifling the progress of people of the light, people who come here with a big mission right? In order to siphon their energies and use it for dark purposes. You know, in tarot, there's a card called the Star Card. It's a beautiful card. It's a card referencing a certain energy, a star quality, a glow. That's people who are sent here to speak to the masses, to have a big influence, are gifted with. It brings a sense of faith, hope, and renewal. If you personally have ever felt that larger than life thing come through you when you perform, and this sense of a benevolent vision for humanity, and this knowing, this almost like otherworldly quality come through and work through you, you may have been blessed with this gift. And if you sought to bring your light to the world and got stifled repeatedly in different patterns, I can almost guarantee you that that was because of interference by these factors. Now, I want you to imagine a world where all of those invisible players who most of us didn't even know about, I certainly didn't, I really didn't know any of most of the stuff until this year. I started studying the dark occult. I was guided to do that in 2019. I had no idea it would lead to something like this a few years later, but now it's all starting to make sense. But you know, imagine a world where there's a very high profile case that helps us all see in clear detail all the players that were involved and bring that into awareness. Then it can't get us anymore. Imagine a world then where people with that star energy who are here to serve in that way can shine freely and fully, and instead of having their stuff harnessed and sold to other Hollywood players, or instead of going to Hollywood and making a deal with the devil and losing their honor and scruples over their career due to blackmail threats and all this other stuff, imagine that's all gone. What would be possible if people who are born to shine get to shine freely? It's a beautiful vision. Well, I want you to keep your heart open to the fact that that may actually be happening. If you've watched earlier videos, I've talked about where we're going. We're entering a world where this planet of Pluto, which is about profound transformation, is entering Aquarius for the first time since the American Revolution for the next 20 years. Now, I know that I was born, and all these 50 years that brought me here were setting me up to shine in this new era, right? And my shine is interesting because my shine is helping you shine. I made a discovery back in 2012 after decades of research, which gave me a map so that we can quickly clear up old karma if we've been abused with the system that I use. And I use the system I discovered to help myself get through this madness. And man, I'm ready to shine. Now, if you're not fully on board, if I just sound crazy to you, that's fine, you know, because part of the old programming was giving a shit what people think of you. A shine is a shine, a light is a light. You know, we don't need to get caught up in that. But there will be some crazy stories coming down the pipe. So stay tuned, because it wasn't in my head. And if you've been going a little crazy wondering about this stuff, it's not in yours either. But we all do need to calm down, clear our energy field, and start to imagine the best possible future and give ourselves permission to own it as real. Because we do create our own reality, and whatever we think and believe becomes real for us. So do your best to accept and heal whatever shadows arise. Let's open to a beautiful future. And me, I've got my hands busy, because the story this crazy, I probably would go crazy if I wasn't going to write this new book I'm working on. I'm putting this all in a book, autobiography, which tells the whole story, starting with the ritual sacrifice to the devil that my mom did when I was a kid, that I fully recovered through this, on up to today, and this declaration of victory, at least on the energetic level, which is now playing out in physical level, the courts, and this, that, and the other. But I want to thank you for sticking with me through this. I can feel the difference palpably myself, and it's just wonderful. I feel free for the first time ever, really, truly, fully free. So thank you for sticking with me. Great times coming.